Greetings, welcome to week number 17, and I keep thinking I should stop counting. But welcome, thank you for joining me for Gentle Healing Yoga. So based on yoga therapy, as I'm one of the few certified yoga therapists in Western New York, based on energy medicine from Donna Eden, Feldenkrais, and somatics, it's a joint freeing asana exercise that also removes negative energy. So coming together in oneness, let's get balanced on our sit bones. So some folks might need a blanket, a small pillow under the edge of their bum. So what it does is it helps you drop your knees down and put your pelvic bowl in your back in a good safe place. So your pelvic bowl, an important part of healing the low back, the hips, the legs, the knees, all of our internal organs. So we have these 6 diaphragms. We have one at the tailbone. We have one up just beneath your rib cage. We have one right underneath your clavicles here. We have one at the roof of our mouth. We have one at the third eye. We have one at the crown chakra. So when our lower diaphragms get out of alignment, the diaphragms start to crash and they all fall down and they put a lot of pressure on our lower parts. So in Gentle Healing Yoga, here with me, I focus on that pelvic bowl, the pelvic floor. So let's begin our practice. So we'll soften or close our eyes and take that external focus and bring it within. So connect with your breath and breathe. So let's inhale positive energy in. And exhale negative energy out. Let's inhale peace. And exhale chaos. So you get the drift here. Bring in the good and exhale the bad. And a slow exhale helps release stress. So focus on slowing down your breath, and I'm going to remove this layer. As you all breathe. So let's root down and then rise up. So open up the root chakra and allow that grounding earth energy in. Feel it rising up through your roots, passing through the sacred waters of the sacral chakra, basking in the fire of the solar plexus chakra, breathing in the vital breath of the heart, pouring through the ethereal voice at the throat, and dissolving any disillusion at your third eye. And lastly, that uppermost diaphragm, let it spill out of the top of your head like a fountain into the cosmos, embracing us, helping us get grounded and relaxed and peaceful. So how do we get grounded? Well, you can gaze gently at the tip of your nose. And if your eyes are crossing, you're straining, soften it up. You can take an index finger and 3 clockwise circles around your navel. And then tap your navel. You can go outside and walk in nature. You can chant Lam, Lam, Lam. Or you could try Apana Mudra. So the middle and the ring finger, anchor them with your thumbs. And let your mudras, your arms, rest heavy on your lap. Mudras are hand gestures that channel energy into the lowest chakras, root chakra, sacral chakra, hence grounding us. And it brings healing energy to the low back, the sciatic nerve, lumbar section, the hips, the sacrum, the sacroiliac, and the legs, and all of the eliminatory organs. So holding on to mudras for up to 2 minutes is enough time. Just soften your belly and let the breath happen naturally. So the nose is for breathing, and your mouth is for kissing. One more breath with this mudra, and then hang on to your legs and knees. Let's do some somatics. Chins into the hollow of your throat. And all your thoughts pouring out of your head into the earth. To be recycled, gathered up later and allowing you to be free from all the heaviness. Let's take that heavy head and rock it gently side to side. So before partaking in exercise, anything vigorous, you might want to try the somatics, and you could stand up and do this. Just try a complete circle all the way around, and then return it. Chins back into the hollow of your throat, shoulders, arms, heads, and hands, and surrender. Inhale, let's lift up the head slowly. Let's rise up inside our space. When you make it all the way up to the top, small circles with your shoulders. Joint freeing. Opening up the neck that hangs on to anger issues. Shoulders, trust issues. Let's push them in the front. Pull them to the back. One more time. Bring them to the front and push them to the back. And then roll your arms out to the side, palms up. And roll them over and put your hands back on your legs. Inhale, rib cage up off your waist. So we can do a rib cage or a barrel roll. Can you feel all of that detoxing going on in your core? Lubricating your spine. Let's reverse this. And then if you have anything under your sit bones, time to remove it. And let's roll around on our sit bones. Clearing those worries and fears that stop you from being grounded. They all go to the root chakra and they close it down. Let's return it. They block them. They block your root. This clears. And let's corkscrew, let's spiral to neutral and rock it back and forth. And let's anchor our sit bones, arching and rounding your back. So a nice way to alkalize your pH factor. pH factor, alkaline acidic. Diseases cannot grow in an alkaline atmosphere. 7.0 to 7.5 is perfect. One more time. And then let's find a safe twist. Let's go to your right. Inhale, push top. Exhale, twist and turn. Squeeze your navel into your spine. And then let's change sides. Inhale, push top. Exhale, twist and turn. Then 2 hands behind. Let's inhale your heart up. And maybe tilt the head back. Exhale, heads up, abdominals in, and press those knees, your legs down towards the earth. One more time. Inhale, hearts up, soften up. Maybe tilt that head back. And then exhale, heads up, abs in, and let's kick up that left foot. And let's grab onto the left foot. And if grabbing it is difficult, grab the back of the left leg. So we just need to make circles with this foot so we can loosen up our knees. Pride and ego is the emotion that gets stuck in the knee, and if it gets trapped there, it causes dis-ease and then eventually disease. Let's climb up, push the foot up higher. We need to get into the hamstring. Self-control issues get trapped there. Circles with that foot, let it flow from your ankle. And then return it. Let's bend at the knee and cradle. Rocking that baby. How are you doing today? So what does it feel like to be ungrounded? Well, it's hard to think. It's hard to make decisions. You just feel out of sorts. So when you're grounded, you feel comfortable with who you are. Let's drop this leg down and take your thumbs into the roots of the toes. Yoga is extremely grounding. Meditation also, unless you're jumping right up when meditation's done. We want to break meditation and we want to wake up from our sleep slowly, any type of sleep. Let's work into the arch of the foot. Looking for clues at the scene of the crime. If it's tender, rub into it. If it's painful, rub around it. And when you all get to your heel, work the perimeter. A lot of pressure. And then dead center of your heel. Today, let's scissors our toes. So, big toe, second toe, back and forth. Second and the third. Third and the fourth. Fourth and the fifth. Let's tuck it in and kick up that right foot. So, right side of the body is masculine, solar. A lot of right side of the body issues. Do you have an issue with a male, or do you have relationship issues with a male? Let's reverse it. So when we're constantly being bombarded with negativity from a male, it affects our right side of the body. Let's pull this leg straight. If it's a female, it's your left side. So the foot up, the heart up, and the leg in as we breathe. Into the hamstring and clear any self-control issues out of there. Let's make circles with your foot. Let it flow from your ankle. Ankle and flexibility and guilt. Return it. And then we'll bend at the knee and onto the hip. Fears of moving forward get trapped in our hips. And then let's lower this right leg. Turn your foot up and little circles into the roots of your toes. So yeah, we get acid buildup in our feet and our hands and our joints. And if you don't break up those bubbles, they harden and turn into arthritis. Let's work the pads beneath the feet or beneath your roots. And then the arch of your foot. Looking for problems. And if you find a tender spot and you know you didn't bruise it or injure it, Google foot reflexology map. So that's your way your body tells you that there's an issue going on. You can troubleshoot. You can figure out things going on. When you all get to your heel, work the perimeter. A thumb or a couple of knuckles. Dead center of your heel. And then we're going to scissors our toes over here. Your big toe, your second toe, back and forth. Second and the third. Third and the fourth. Fourth and the fifth. And we take those two warmed up feet and we put them together in the front, and we want to back up our sit bones. If you need that blanket or pillow under the edge of your butt, feel free. But hang on and breathe into your belly. And then let's try to go forward. Hinging from your hips. The head can get heavy. Breathing in and out of your nose. And let's back it up. Let's climb up the mountain today. So bring your right foot in, knee permitting, of course. And send your left leg out to the side. And then let's inhale, right hand up and above our heads. And then exhale, we're leaning to our left with our head so heavy. So this is called Janusirsasana, wonderful for weight loss and healing the urinary tract. And now 2 hands in front of your right knee, and here we go, climbing up the mountain. So stack your right hip above that right knee, and then breathe that left hand up. Gaze up towards your left thumb. And if you're stable, push your hips towards me. Looking good, folks. And then let's lower those sit bones. So we're going to turn sideways and slide down this leg. And we all have a different expression of it. Pull your navel in, lift up your heart, and then pull your face closer to that leg. And then let's back it up and change sides. So the left leg in and the right leg out. Knee permitting. If your knee doesn't like it, keep your legs straighter. And then get situated and inhale. That left arm up and above your head. Exhale, let's lean to our right. But let your head get heavy so you get a nice stretch. And clear any anger issues with a female. So our job at yoga is to lighten up. Let's climb up the mountain. So 2 hands in front of your left knee. Place that left hip right above that left knee. And reach up with your right hand. And if you're stable, move your hips towards me. Take your gaze up towards that right thumb. And then let's lower. So sit bones coming down, and we're going to turn to our right. Slide down this right leg. Lift up your heart and then pull forward. Heads are heavy, so you're not straining your neck. And then let's back it up. Let's go to Upavista Konasana, wide angle. So our legs out to the side, knees and toes pointing upward. Inhale, lift your rib cage up off your waist. And exhale, we do what we can and we leave the rest. Slide your hands, your arms forward. Heads get heavy. And this is the place where we often pick and choose our intention, our sankalpa. Visualize it coming into fruition. Breathe it in and breathe it out. One more breath. And then exhale. Let's back it up. Let's slide them in and take these legs. Send them to your right where we bounce, shake things out. And then a little bit of hip walking up and down your yoga mat. Supported is easier with your hands down. Unsupported, a little more challenging. And with arms, burns more fat and more calories. But is your back okay with all this movement? It's somewhere in the middle of your mat. Let's bring those knees in. And again, we all have different expressions of this. Bring them in as close as you can. Wrap your arms around your legs as we move into Apanasana, Gita. So knee squeeze, knee hug, knee hold. Breathing in and out of your nose. So we're opening up all 24 vertebrae. Taking pressure off the discs, off the nerves around the vertebrae. Allowing blood, fresh blood, nutrients and oxygen to get in between the vertebrae. And then we want to round our backs so we can rock and roll back and forth. And if you just had a large meal, you might want to take a time out. We're going to rock it up and keep it up. See if you can keep your feet up. You can grab the back of the legs behind the knees. Lift your heart up in your chest and In order to heal any back issues, your core needs to be strong. And this will strengthen your core. And with your hand wrapped around the back of the knee, there's an indentation on the outside of your knee, right in here. When you push your thumbs into that indentation, it's a meridian that helps promote weight loss. And let's drop our feet down and roll it over onto all fours. So your hands will drop beneath your shoulders, your knees beneath your hips. And let's take it right into cat flow. So where we arch and round our backs. So start out easy. And then put more effort in. One more. And then soften up and tail wag. Rock those hips side to side. Maybe your heads and maybe your shoulders. And then let's put cat flow and tail wag together. There's no right or wrong. It's just your movement. It's your flow. It's the way your body wants to go. And then return it. Yeah, you can be doing all of this in a chair. You just put your feet on the floor and your hands on the edge of your chair. So let's come to neutral. Let's curl our toes under, and if down dog's okay for you, join me. Lifting up our knees. Otherwise, we'll meet you into Tadasana, the mountain. Push those heels down and heads get heavy. And then pump those heels. Walk your dog. And then heels down. Let's bend our knees and walk our hands in towards our feet. When you get close, try straightening your legs and lift up your chin, your gaze. As straight as you can. And then hands drop them down. Bend the knees. And let's ragdoll up one vertebrae at a time. Looking good, folks. So we rise up inside our space, and we need to complement that forward bend with a back bend. So your hands behind, your elbows close. Bend your knees. Push your hips forward. And tilt your heads back. And then heads up. So we bend our knees. And let's ragdoll down one vertebrae at a time. When you make it to your limit, ragdoll back up one more time. Find Apana Mudra, ring finger, middle finger, grab on. Anchor them with your thumbs. So turn towards me, and let's continue by bringing up the sun. Rising up inside your space. And let's crescent moon to the left and breathe into the right side. I'm going to fix that camera so it tilts a little bit higher. That's better. And then change sides. So let's lean to the right and breathe into the left. And in the opposite side. With Apana Mudra, it helps us get grounded. Let's come to neutral or Sushumna. And then release your mudra. Let's draw down the moon slowly. I think I see what's wrong with the camera. It's too close. So while you all come down slowly, I'm going to back up this camera, if I may. That should be perfect. It's good enough, right? So arms down by your sides. So let's widen up our feet. Another way to get grounded during these tough times is the elephant pose. Twisting side to side, but remember to lift your heels so you're not straining your back. A lot of us are caretakers. A lot of us are losing our jobs, or we're working part-time, home with the kids. A little bit lower, a little bit slower. and then a little bit of Vici. So this movement will help the kidneys and the liver. So your arms just slapping around, front and back side. Kidney and liver meridian. Liver, we need to clear it. It's toxic. Kidneys, same. It has to come to neutral or Sushumna. So your knees and toes, always make sure they're going in the same direction. And inhale, let's bring up the sun halfway. Apana mudra, middle ring finger, anchor. And then hinge to your left, right into Trikonasana, the triangle. And tilt. Left hand coming down and the right hand coming up. And we're all leaning differently. But let your head get heavy and clear any anger issues from the right side of your neck with a male. And it can be from your past. And let's rise up inside our space. Inhale, stretch your arms out, lift up your head, push your feet down. That's triangle. Let's lean to our right and tilt. Right hand coming down, left hand coming up. Head's getting heavy. And then take your gaze up towards that left hand. And back up to neutral or Sushumna. Twist your triangles. So let's go to your left. Lift up that right heel. Lift up your heart and go as far as you can. And find your breath and breathe. And let's come back to neutral or Sushumna. And change sides. Left heel up as we twist to the right. What are your limit? Lift up your heart. Go a little farther and breathe. And back to neutral or Sushumna. Right into goddess pose. Bend your elbows. Still have your mudra? Bend your knees. Get grounded. Tuck your sit bones underneath your shoulder blades. And then curl your toes up. Push your tongues up into the roof of your mouth. It helps you speak your truth. Roll your eyeballs up into your eyebrows. Force through disillusion. And soften up all over. Let's straighten up and do 3 cleansing breaths. So inhale, shrug your shoulders up into your ears. And exhale with a ha. Ha! Do it again. Inhale, shrug up. Clear that respiratory tract. Get rid of stress and tension. Exhale. Ha! One more time. Inhale, shrug it up. Exhale. Ha! Let's release your mudra. Palms out, and let's draw down the moon. Taking control back in your life by moving through your aura slowly. And we relearn patience here. We keep our IQ up. Multitasking people, their IQ lowers. Let's bend our knees and slide our hands down our legs. Stop right above your knee and then twist that left shoulder to the right. And turn your head to the right. Pull your navel into your spine and then go farther. And then come back to neutral or Sushumna. Change up. Take your right shoulder and twist it to the left. Go as far as you can. Pull your navel into your spine. And then twist a little farther. Let's come back to neutral or Sushumna. How about the neck and the shoulders? Drop your left hand down and let your head get heavy so we can stir. So opens up the rotator cuff, the shoulders. The upper back, it stretches those tense muscles out. Let's reverse our hand circle. A lot of people hold stress in their neck, upper back. So left hand back where it came from. Drop that right hand down and stir. With a heavy head. And then reverse it. So let's come back upright. Let's regroup and go down to all fours, because yoga is not just about stretching. It's about strengthening increasing bone strength, bone density, muscles. Place your knees really close together. Your hands right under your shoulders. And let's kick back that right leg. And bend and straighten your elbows. Shoot for 6 of these. 5 more. 4 more. 3. 2. Last one. Cross the right leg over your left leg and elbow down. And then slowly lower your hips. Where do you feel this? Hips, low back, inner thighs, middle back. Go to your limit as we move into seal pose and breathe. And then let's back it up and uncross those legs. Place your knees close together. Place your hands beneath your shoulders. Let's do the left side. Kick back that left leg. Bend and straighten your elbows. 6. 5 more. 4. 3. 2. Last one. Cross the left or the right. And then elbow down and move slowly. Lower your hips as we slip into seal pose. And this is so awesome for low back issues. And then let's back it up. Let's uncross and then belly down. So if you have a pillow, a small pillow, a blanket rolled up about this thickness. So I want to help you all determine what's going on in your low back, your pelvic bowl. So onto your belly, I'd like you all to place your third eye, your forehead on your rolled up blanket or small pillow, and place your hands by your sides. And then take your fingertips and place them in the middle of your buttocks. And see if you can lift up your right leg, keeping it straight, keeping your pubic bone grounded. So, fingertips and the muscles of the buttocks. What side feels tighter? If it's the right side or the left side, we need to determine where your weakness is. And then lower that right leg. And let's do it again. Gently tighten up your buttocks. Gently. Slowly lift up that straight left leg. Are you breathing? When the going gets tough, we get breathing. What buttocks is weaker? Is it the right side or is it the left side? Mine is the right buttocks. So what's going on is my right buttocks is weaker. It's not tightening up. So it means my right hamstring is tighter than my right buttocks. So now I know what I have to work on. I need to strengthen the right buttocks. So my back, my diaphragms, my pelvic bowl, everything heals. So yeah, we're going to work on that. But before we do, you want to move your pillow, your blanket, and stack one hand on top of the other. Let's bend at the knees, widen up your knees, and do some cross kicking. This is another way you can ground yourself. Children do this intuitively. And then let's shuffle kick or flutter kick. And then let's put our feet down and roll over onto your side. So on your arm or propped up on your elbow. When you bend your knees, your heels, your tailbone, and your head should be in one straight line. Keeping your heels connected, we're going to pick up that left knee. And then put it down. Let's do it 7 more times. 1, keep your heels glued. 2, this tightens up muscles in and around your low back that get too weak. Here's 3. So my buttocks was weaker on this side. 4. So this is rather difficult for me. 5. And perhaps both buttocks are too weak on you. Here's 6. One more time. 7. And then you can either flip it around with me, or you can just roll away from me, either or. But check your heels, check your tailbone, and check your head. They should all be in a straight line. So propped up on your elbow or resting your head in your arms. Let's keep our heels connected and lift up that top knee 7 times. 1, 2. How's it feel? 3. Is it challenging? 4. 5. Are your heels connected? 6. It's easy to cheat. 7. And we're rolling it over onto our backs. So we got one more thing to do to heal that pelvic bowl. So your legs go straight. Your arms are by your side. Your feet are shoulder hip width apart. And we're going to lift up that right leg. And we're going to bend our elbows. And I want you to push that right foot up towards the sky. But keep your hips flat. Keep the small of the back flat. And then lower. Let's do that again. I want you to notice where you feel this. So lift up that right leg. And try not to use your elbows. Try not to use your upper body. Try to use that left buttocks, that left glute. And then lower. Do it again. And use the energy, the strength from the left buttocks. There's 4. One more time. It's all about stabilizing and fixing everything as it stacks up. There's 5. And then let's lower this right leg. And your elbows are still bent. Your elbows are on the floor. Pick up your left leg. And the same thing. Push up that left foot. And try to use your right buttocks, the strength from it, instead of pushing your elbows down. That's 1. Do it again. Lift up that straight left leg. 2. Use the right buttocks. And relax. Let's do it again. Here's 3. Relax. How many did we do? There's 4. There's 5. And one more. 6. So we're going to bend both legs at our knees and stretch your arms out to the side. Widen up those feet and let's find a twist. So knees push them towards me. And then chin, pull it into the hollow of your throat. Breathing in and out of your nose and breathing into all the areas of your body that seem to be resisting or whining. And then soften up. Take those knees and push them away from me. Relax your chin. And then go to your limit and retract that chin again. Breathing in and out of our nose. And relax your chin. Let those knees float back up. And keep your knees bent, but place your feet shoulder hip width apart. Smooth any wrinkles out of your back and bring your arms down by your sides. And now let's complement all of that with a bridge. Setsu Bandhu Savangasana. So hips up, squeeze your sit bones close. And elbows, shoulder blades closer together beneath you. Let's pause here. Breathe in and out of our nose. And then open up shoulder blades, sit bones, elbows, slowly lower those hips one vertebrae at a time. When you all touch down, let's bring our knees into our cupped hands. Or actually, let's bring our knees in. And Apanasana, we did this earlier sitting. Bring those knees in. Tilt the chin up just a little bit. And pause. And some of us do better when we grab the back of our legs. And hanging on, let's rock it side to side, ever so gently. Hitting marma, trigger points in the back. When you push on the belly of a tight muscle, it'll relax. And let's come to neutral or Sushumna. And your knees into your cupped hands, and let's make small circles, hitting those marma points again. Roll your head around simultaneously. And then reverse it. Go the other way. And then let's drop our feet down. Let's push our legs straight and stretch our hands or arms above our head. So inhale, get taller. And like a march with straight legs, pump those heels. And stretch gently with your arms above your head, and then soften up all over. Let's bring our arms down by our sides. So we'll make circles with our feet. We'll make circles with our hands. So we're clearing anything that we missed. Loosening up our joints. Roll your head around your shoulders. And then reverse it. So this is a good time to get a bolster for underneath your knees, a big pillow if you've got lower back issues. Maybe you want a pillow under your head. But we're heading into Savasana, the meditation part of class. So you're all on your back, and I'm going to be seated as I take you through a guided meditation. So soften or close your eyes. And take that external focus and bring it within. Feel your breath rise and fall in your chest. And may the cycle of cell renewal be exactly in balance with your body's highest good. Let's relax our feet, our ankles. May the production of all enzymes and proteins and hormones be in perfect response for your body's best health. Relax the back of the knees, the front of the knees. May the cells that are dying be quickly recycled as you call your phagocytes to their most efficient work. Relax your thighs, your hips. Feel your navel float down towards your spine. May all the cells that clear bacteria, toxic substances, have energy for their best work. Relax your hands, your arms, your shoulders. May all of your systems inside and outside of the cells that are responsible for optimal health be working optimally. Allow your chest to drop down. We hold on so tightly to everything physical on this earth plane. Curl your fingers in Apana Mudra, ring finger, middle finger, anchor them with your thumb. Tilt your chin up ever so gently. Allow your mouth to prompt open. Cheekbones, your forehead crumble. And any remaining thoughts falling out of your head into the earth to be recycled. So this meditation heals on a cellular level, deep into the DNA strands, the RNA. So visualize any defective chromosomes, like a file that's damaged. So look for a damaged file in your file cabinet. Remove it and replace it with a new healthy file. Visualize all of this. Hear the DNA strands snap. And see the golden telomere caps. On the outside of a ladder, the rungs. The ladder spinning, dancing with a myriad of colors. As we breathe in and out of our nose. Awaken. Awaken to the same bowl. So this is quartz crystal, ground up and compressed. And when you make it sing, it vibrates in the root chakra. So this is grounding too. So today's practice, very grounding. A lot of pelvic bowl work. So I call it my pelvic revolution. Healing us one step at a time. So let's bend our knees and plant our feet. So we always break meditation and sleep gently so we stay grounded. So let's rock our heads side to side. Then roll your head towards me, and if it's a good side, keep rolling over. Be mindful of your head, your neck, your shoulders. And let your head sink deeply into the earth and feel those recycled thoughts returning to you, feeling so much lighter. So this is the part where we root down. Feel how easy it is to breathe. Time to rise up, so heads up. Let's use two hands so you stay balanced. Come upright. Back full circle, back to where we started. And your legs are crossed or your legs are extended. And if your left foot's always closer than the right, switch them up. Let's pull our spines right out of those sit bones. And your arms in extension. You can curl your hand in Apana Mudra if you feel like you need more grounding. Your arms in extension of your spine, rolling, flowing into your lap. So breathing in and out of your nose. As it is above, it is below. As it is within, it is without. Feeling grounded, feeling stronger, feeling stretchier, feeling more flexible, feeling happier, feeling healthier. The powers of yoga. So let's put the sides of our hands together. We always close with gratitude. Visualize something you're grateful for. Turn it into a starseed light. Plant it in your hand, your gratitude garden. And with your eyes soft or closed, visualize your hands illuminating. Your arms, your whole body. For we are truly illuminated beings of light. We're souls with a physical body. We're not a body with a soul. It's the other way around. So let's close up our gratitude gardens. And bring your thumbs right to your soul. It's 1 inch to the right of your heart chakra. So when we all chant Om in unison together, you can feel your soul vibrate. Let's inhale. Namaste, everyone, and so much love.